Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. We're going to do the 8 essential exercises. But first, are you staring at something on your to-do list, maybe at work, maybe a household thing, and you're just sort of in that frozen mode? I really think we've all been there. I've definitely been there. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to finish. You don't know what the next step is. That is why I celebrate when I even touch my task. I even spend some time and effort into it. I do one of these things. Why? Because I have to notice that stuff. Done is so much better than perfect. I can't wait for perfect. And this isn't a way out. This isn't for me to just say, well, that's as good as I can do, so I'm just going to stay mediocre for the rest of my life. This is a stepping stone. This is a starting point. It gets me going. Progress, not perfection. And that's exactly what I do when I get in that mindset. I progress by taking any step. Done, much better than perfect. Let's get into it. Let's do it however it comes out. Getting present. Like here, we can experiment with how to get present. Maybe it really is doing something physical, like rolling the shoulders back and down. Or somehow being still somehow gets me into that present because I'm still long enough to see what's moving. Now I can hear the train passing. And now I know where I am. And that's all that's happening. So as we get present, let's get into the exercise that we said we would do at this time. Here's the present time. We're going to practice. We're going to practice just doing it, not making it perfect, not being the best. We're going to practice doing it. And by practice doing it, we are practicing. I know, it's a lot. Let's just look for gratitude. That's what we need to do. That's what we can do right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. And finding a way to feel satisfied with done, not perfection. I did that. It's done. I tried it. I looked for gratitude. I might have found one. I might have gotten a little frustrated, but it's done. Let's keep going. Let's go into our meditation, experimental style. If you wanted to try out a way of meditating and you just don't want to, quote, waste your time, here is that time. 1 minute. How much could you possibly waste? Let's allow the experiment to happen. Sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. And, you could easily fake meditating. You could sit there, eyes closed, looking relaxed. And I think that's a great way to oopsie meditate. So go ahead and fake it. kind of ends up being the same. Let's keep going. Write it down. So maybe you're faking writing it down, right? But then, oops, a word starts coming out of your scribbles. It's all fine. Let's try it out. Let's do it. Let's not look for the perfection in it. Let's see what comes out when we write right now. Let's wrap the writing for now. Finding water. And check mark. It's done. Watch us move away from it. Watch us leave the writing. Oh, we're in yoga now. That's really sometimes how it happens. I'm over here now. That is what can change my mind, can change my body, can change my behavior, can change my feelings. Moving. So let's move. Let's stretch. Let's do a sun salutation or any movements in it or around it. Inhale the arms out and up. What do I mean? I mean stretch in any way that feels good. Sometimes when I'm reaching up, I bend one elbow and then bend the other. If that feels good, go ahead and do it, and then fold forward when you're ready. We're hanging over our feet with fully bent knees if we want. Knees are as bent as we want. When we're ready, halfway lift. And that's a flat back that's parallel to the ground. Knees are now straight, looking up. Let's go into our high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back. You're in a high plank before you lower slowly all the way down to the ground. Once your body's on the ground, push your palms and your chest will come up. Your head comes up. Meet in down dog. I like to bend my knees from here and then put the hips up right into that upside down V, and then walk your feet forward towards your hands. When you're ready, rise up. Come on up nice and slow, meeting the palms above the head and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. And maybe pausing here for a moment. I don't know why, but at the end of the sun salutation, when I'm in this position, it does feel good to hold it for 5 seconds for me. If you feel that way about any other pose, then do it for you. Either way, let's find our water. By doing this daily, by practicing, I could see, oh, this feels better. I can experiment. I have another one coming tomorrow. I don't have to do this one perfect. I could adjust maybe today and learn something new. Let's get into our plank. What's better than not doing the plank? 5 seconds of a plank. 5 seconds of a plank means you did a plank. Done. Not perfect, but done. Let's aim for any time in that plank just to get it done. Let's try it in 3, 2, 1, and we're planking now. Right now is when we're going. And as soon as you get into that plank, you're doing better than not planking. That's 10 seconds. Because if you haven't started planking, you know that feeling. You're sitting there going, I should do this, I should do that, I should get up. And instead of shoulding all over ourselves, we got 20 seconds into this plank. If you haven't started, now's a great time to start. If you came down off your plank, fantastic. Come back up for 30 more seconds. Take a deep breath. In fact, everybody doing this right now, find your breath. Follow your breath for 20 seconds. If you follow your breath, that slows down the anxiety of being up in plank. Try it. Follow the breath for 10 more seconds. Finding with every breath a little bit more strength to stay up in this pose for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Wow, in 1 minute, you did maybe 10, 20 seconds of planking. Isn't that so much better than sitting? That's done. instead of perfection. That's progress, not perfection. Let's take our water. Let's take our credit. After we maybe stretch our way back, we could say, yes, when I say I'm going to do a plank, I get in that plank pose. And right now I'm so satisfied with myself. Let me see what else I can do. Let me take some procrastination and break it. There's something that I wanted to try, that I wanted to chip away at. Maybe I use this whole minute to understand what is my next step. Let's look for it. See what we can take on right now. Let's wrap the task for now and find water. And find satisfaction, as small as the experiment was. I could really sit here and sip on water and say, hey, I'm practicing not procrastinating about hydration. What a big deal that is, even though it has full potential to sound silly. That's what I'm trying out. Let's keep going. Let's connect. Maybe you did hydrate. Now you're proud of yourself. Let someone know. I got to my drinking water level that I wanted to by 10:30 this morning. Maybe that's exciting to share with someone, but share something of yourself, even a hello. Let's look to see what that feels like, no matter what the result is. Let's try it on right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. Maybe with this experiment, you found where your anxiety is. Maybe the worry is, hey, I could say something that could potentially offend someone. What happens then with your progress, not perfection? Well, then you say you're sorry and you try not to do it again, but you still move with the work of your life. Let's keep going. Let's go into our aerobics. Shake it off. And as soon as we're shaking, we're starting to move. So if we can get up, let's get up in gratitude that we can. If we can move our arms, let's move our arms in gratitude that we can. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and exercise the body that was given to you that now you continue to work on so you can continue to use. And that's 10 seconds. Congratulations. Now, if you started moving when this exercise started, great. You can already tell yourself, good job, me. That's 20 seconds. Why? Because that might encourage you to keep going. That you're recognizing that you're doing the right thing, that you're doing the thing that you wanted to do. For 30 seconds, that can get you and generate more energy to keep going. This is what I wanted to do. This is how I want my life to be. I want to be active for 20 more seconds. I want to keep exercising so I could be as active as my body will allow me to be for however long it lets me do that. For 10 seconds, I'm going to keep working on that. Let's go. Keep breathing for 5 more. And 3, 2, 1. That's it. You're done. Catch your breath. Great job. catch some water, and catch a little credit. Thank you for taking OMAT today.